Many coaches, personal trainers, and influencers will tell you to take exactly the same supplements they're taking because obviously they believe those supplements work or they wouldn't be taking them, unless they're obviously paid by the supplement company to push that, but that's another story. I used to do the same. I used to recommend exactly what I was taking because I believed it worked. But the problem with that is there's a placebo effect, especially when you're taking a load of supplements. You feel that they're all working when you don't actually know which one's working and which one's not. So this video, I've done this video anyway, to save you money, to help you figure out, first of all, whether you need supplements, and secondly, what supplements should you take. I just want to start this video by saying we're all different. We all have different needs. We all have different lifestyles, different diets, different genetic makeups, which dictate what we actually need and what we don't need. But I want to say something else. You don't need supplements unless you have a specific deficiency, which is usually only identified through a blood test. But I'm not going to be a dick and just stop the video right here. I mean, you can leave the video here if you want to, but I do want to discuss 2 common deficiencies and how to fix those through supplementation. Based on 2021 paper, it seems that vitamin D and the B complex vitamins seem to have the highest deficiency rates, even in healthy adults. Even the paper admitted that the deficiency rates could actually be under-exaggerated, so they could be more than what's specified in the paper. Vitamin D, amongst other things, helps with increasing bone density, regulating hormones, and supporting your immune system. If you're going to supplement with vitamin D, I recommend taking vitamin D3 as that's the most absorbable form, and to take it with K2 in a supplement that prevents calcification. That's any negative side effects that can be associated with taking vitamin D. According to examine.com, 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day should be enough for most of the population. That's obviously unless you have a severe deficiency. And remember that vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means you should consume it with fat for maximum absorption, and it has kind of like a stimulant effect. So take it in the morning. Brand-wise, I recommend either Thorn Health, make sure it's with the K2, or Doctor's Best with the K2 as well. B vitamins can help break down carbohydrates and transport nutrients throughout the body. They can also improve brain health and nerve function as well. A 2019 paper actually found that a B complex can reduce stress levels and improve mood. B vitamins are water soluble, which means they need sufficient water for maximum absorption. So I suggest taking them on an empty stomach, and either between breakfast and lunch, or you can take them just before breakfast. Either way, empty stomach with enough water as well. And I actually recommend either Country Life or Life Extension. You can see the links below if you want to purchase either of those, but those are the brands I've used and trusted in the past and to this day. There are, of course, other supplements that I recommend. It depends on the person, but B complex and D are very inexpensive, and not only they're inexpensive, a lot of people have deficiencies in them. Probably a lot more than stated in the article. The article even said itself, purely based on different health conditions and different lifestyle conditions as well. Like if you've got high stress, I think you need more B vitamins as well. And if you eat more carbohydrates, you have more demand for more B vitamins. But best thing to do is to get a blood test and see for yourself, or you can experiment them. If you feel like tired, fatigued, and you're doing everything right, you're sleeping, you're eating your vegetables, eating vegetables with each meal, you're eating maybe 2 portions of fruit a day, and you still feel bad, then it's probably worth trying and see if it makes you feel any better. Personally, I would have a B complex like every other day on an empty stomach, and I do feel like it gives me a bit of a kick, gives me a bit of energy. Might be placebo, but I don't know. I do. Sometimes I don't take it for 3 or 4 days. But vitamin D is something. I live in the UK, it's cold, not much sunlight. Even when there is sunlight, it's hard to get it because I'm at my desk a lot of the time as well. So I do take that throughout the winter, so like every other day in the summer as well. But yeah, it's just good to know these things and maybe experiment with them. Like I said, there's other supplements that work. Creatine works well. I've done videos on creatine before. Ashwagandha can work well if you're highly stressed. I've done videos on ashwagandha before. Tonka Ali, if you have really low testosterone, can work, or if you're again highly stressed. And protein works if you have a deficiency. And again, I don't want to miss this out, omega-3 can be beneficial if you don't get enough oily fish through your diet. So those are pretty much all I can think of. There's loads of other supplements on the market, stuff like amino acids you don't need. Stuff like testosterone you likely don't need. So there's a lot of ones that I don't want you wasting your money on. So just remember that. And also comment if you have any questions below. And if you haven't, hit that like button, subscribe as well for future videos. And if you're interested in building muscle and losing fat, head on over to my free Facebook group, join that Facebook group, and there's a ton of exclusive content around building muscle and losing fat, geared specifically at men. And until the next video, keep pushing those limits.